This is Ellen. She fell in love with Rodrigo. They both fell in love instantly and were completely open with each other about their past. Ellen was born biologically male and Rodrigo was born biologically female.
Quando ela falou pra mim que ela era uma mulher trans, foi uma coisa muito natural. Eu já tava apaixonado pela pessoa que ela era, então isso pra mim não foi problema algum. E foi bem tenso do mesmo jeito.
De ser pai, só que eu não esperava que eu ia gerar. Então, desde que a gente se conheceu, a gente já começou a tentar ter nossa filha.
The pair are now new parents to a healthy daughter, but that didn't stop many judging their choice to bring a child into their family.
Olha, os comentários é algo que deixa a gente bastante triste, porque a gente é um casal que não tá matando, não tá roubando, não tá fazendo nada de errado, simplesmente decidindo ter nossa bebê e por esse motivo a gente tá sendo crucificado.
Can these two convince the haters that they are just as much a loving family as anyone else is? Ellen and Rodrigo met over social media and they knew instantly there was something special. After chatting online, they decided to meet in person.
Começou tudo através de uma rede social, onde eu comecei, o oi, a conversa foi estendendo. Minha transição começou com 15 anos, onde eu percebi que eu era diferente, que algo em mim não estava da forma que eu queria. Eu, 19 para 20 anos, eu cheguei em casa, minha transição já estava toda completa. Já tinha colocado meus seios, tinha colocado silicone no bumbum, colocado silicone na coxa, no joelho, na panturrilha, tudo eu tinha modificado.
Eu sabia que eu era diferente, né? Eu me olhava no espelho e eu, não me identificava com aquele corpo que eu tinha, corpo feminino. Eu tinha 27 anos. Aí foi daí que eu olhei assim, nossa, eu me acordei, eu falo que eu acordei uma manhã, olhei no espelho e falou, eu vou ser o Rodrigo agora. Inclusive, aos meus 28, 29 anos, eu fiz a minha cirurgia de retirada dos seios. Retirei minhas glândulas mamárias, porque eu nunca tive interesse em ter filho, muito menos amamentar. Então eu fiz a minha cirurgia, tomava os hormônios, então filho era fora de mão para eu gerar. O que fez eu mudar foi quando eu conheci a minha esposa, né? Foi a primeira mulher trans que eu me envolvi. Como ela queria ser mãe, eu queria ser pai. Ela fez abrir minha cabeça, né? Para eu poder gerar um filho, porque até então minha cabeça para isso não tinha nem como.
The pair set to work on having a child, and after 6 months of trying, Rodrigo became pregnant, and not long ago, their daughter was born.
Literalmente, meu maior sonho era ser mãe, né? Porque literalmente também uma filha.
Ellen and Rodrigo opened up about their experiences of becoming trans parents online, but many people hit back at their choices.
Por que você decidiu virar homem? Virar homem e ter um filho, que é uma coisa de mulher. Muitas pessoas questionou isso. Fora os haters, né, que aí um pouquinho mais profundo, né, que falava que aberração, fim do mundo, isso não existe, volta logo Jesus, essas coisas. Então isso não foi muito difícil, né?
Olha, os comentários é algo que deixa a gente bastante triste, porque a gente é um casal que não tá matando, não tá roubando, não tá fazendo nada de errado, simplesmente decidindo ter nossa bebê e por esse motivo a gente tá sendo crucificado. Quando a gente decidiu expor é pra mostrar realmente isso, que a gente é uma família normal. Então esses comentários, pessoas desse jeito, principalmente as que usam o nome de Deus pra poder estar nos machucando, nos ferindo, a gente pede pra ter mais amor, né?
Então, hoje a gente vai fazer a primeira sessão de foto, né, newborn da nossa filha, e a gente tá super ansioso pra ver como é que vai ficar.
Então é algo emocionante, muito, né? Quase eu tive que segurar as lágrimas aqui, porque é algo que a gente nunca imaginou que poderia, né, tá passando, tá sentindo essa sensação.
Então é uma experiência única, né? Nunca imaginei que eu ia ser pai, ia estar passando por tudo isso. Então um misto de felicidade, de amor, de afeto.
Passar igualdade, né? A gestação desde o início, quando a gente decidiu expor, já foi passar essa igualdade. A gestação ocorreu como qualquer outra gestação, o parto como qualquer outra gestação, até mesmo sendo o parto normal também. E o que a gente quer mostrar, o primeiro ensaio newborn dela, que também é normal como qualquer outro ensaio. Então a gente só quer passar e transmitir a igualdade.
gente é um casal como qualquer um outro, né? A gente quis ter nossa família, muitos julgam a gente por isso, mas a gente só mostrou o amor só.
Futuramente a gente pensava em ter outros filhos? Sim, pensava, né? Eu não sei o dia de amanhã se pode acontecer, de ter ou não, né? Não vai que aconteça. Mas assim, no momento a gente quer mais assim, se dedicar a ela, né? Tipo, 100% pra ela, ver os primeiros passinhos, as primeiras palavras. Então a gente quer focar mais nisso no momento.
Então, antes de julgar, passar a conhecer a pessoa, porque rotular é fácil. É fácil demais rotular e apontar o outro. Mas estar vivendo e receber essas críticas não é nada fácil.
Então, antes de julgar, procura ver assim ao todo, né, ao seu redor, entender o próximo.
This is Karan. He fell in love with Cheryl.
I can't keep her hands off me. She get me aroused, I'm telling you, it happens so often. Lord, yo.
Their love started through TikTok, but many people were quick to judge their 37-year age gap.
They call her a zombie, The Walking Dead.
How can you date your grandma?
It got to a point, I was like, hey, they all think we're lying.
Yeah.
Can they prove to people that their love is the real deal?
Cheryl's pulling up now. Hey, baby.
Hey,
You look good. Come on.
thank you.
My very first job, her son was my boss. She would always come up there and get food and speak to everyone there.
After 8 years of friendship, they found love through their mutual interest in TikTok.
When we first started making TikToks, we'd probably see each other once a week or twice a week. We opened up to each other, we got closer. I asked her out and I caught feelings first. She gave me this dream. I woke up and I was just aroused and I told her about it.
Stop.
We decided to make it into a relationship because we're both happy. The more affectionate of the two of us, I can't keep her hands off me. She get me aroused, I'm telling you, it happens so often. Lord, yo.
The couple became TikTok famous, with the likes of Snoop Dogg reposting them.
Snoop Dogg posting us was amazing. That was absolutely beautiful, like twice. Cried real tears. That really put the icing on the cake because that's when they started realizing in our town that we were a couple. And that's when hate came for real.
Onlookers have judged both Karan and Cheryl for their age gap relationship.
Between me and Cheryl, we have over 1 million followers together and 20 million likes. And we get like 10,000 hate comments a day. It's horrible. We can actually pull some up right now. He's trying to collect that insurance money. When you married the cast from The Walking Dead, don't be rough with her. You will break her bones. The most hateful stuff, it'd be like, they call her a zombie. You're dating a corpse, necrophiliac.
How can you date your grandma?
Do members of the public stare when you go outside?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Everywhere.
In public, we don't receive no hate like that. Like, behind the screen, you ain't gotta worry about it. You can hurt her feelings and watch her cry, and it'd be okay.
And who gets the worst comments of between the two of you?
Me. The negative comments affect me horribly sometimes. They make me cry. I can't handle some of it. A lot of this stuff is so hurtful. My self-esteem, everything. It's not a good feeling at all. I'm trying to spread positivity. Like a lot of kids love us and stuff, and you can't spread positivity when there's negative attacking you back to back. Sometimes it gets rough doing that, but I still do it.
You can't judge my relationship.
Some members of Cheryl's family have also not been accepting of her relationship with the younger man.
I have a problem with my family, like my kids. I have 7 children, and some of them are not with me right now because they're not behind me. But I'm not gonna let that interfere with my relationship. They're all grown. All I ask for them to do is stick by me. That's it.
My mom actually likes Cheryl. My siblings like Cheryl. Like, they actually enjoy her because they know she makes me happy. You ready to make some TikToks, baby?
Yep, I'm ready. Let's go.
How do you react to some people who believe the relationship is fake?
Prove them wrong. Everything we do is proving them wrong.
It got to a point, I was like, hey, they all think we're lying.
Yeah, let's do this if we had to.
If you had a message to give anybody who doesn't agree with your relationship, what would it be?
You will never find happiness if you spew hate. So we're happy. You can't stop us. The love is always going to be here. So we're going to continue to go, regardless of your opinion, if it's good or bad.
Yes, amen.
It's not just us, it's other interracial relationships, other couples who have age gaps. And we stand up to show out, hey, anybody can find love no matter what the age, race, or color.
Love is blind.
This is Katie. He fell in love with Blair.
Once we met, it was like we were perfect. We just meshed very well together.
When the pair married in 2016, they were both women, but Katie always felt he was born in the wrong body.
Katie and I started off as 2 lesbians, so I was kind of shocked when he told me he was trans.
And whilst Blair was completely supportive of her husband, Katie's family have struggled to come to terms with his transition.
I'm from a very conservative family. I've been transitioning for roughly 10 months now, and it's basically like we're back at square one.
Katie's mum has not yet been able to accept his new pronouns and still refers to him as her daughter.
Today we're going to confront my mother about my transition. Hello. I'm pretty nervous.
Katie is my daughter. She will remain my daughter.
I know I put it in here. Yes. This is the weekend. If I'm not working, it's whiskey in the morning.
Oh my God, it smells terrible.
Cheers.
Katie and Blair first met in 2013.
And now I'm ready to go.
Katie and I met when I was working at Hooters through a mutual friend.
I definitely made the first move. I got her number from our mutual friend, and I drove 4.5 hours to Louisiana and showed up at her job. I was just like, oh, go big or go home, I guess.
The red lipstick all over you.
The pair instantly hit it off, and within 3 years, they had tied the knot, in secret.
We actually eloped. We drove down to the beach, we got married, didn't tell anybody.
Nobody.
Took a Snapchat, standing there with our rings on that said we're married. Nobody was thrilled.
All of our relationship has been very eventful and exciting.
Oh yeah, it's been a roller coaster, that's for sure.
But up to this point, Blair was unaware that Katie was struggling with his gender.
When we started dating, Katie wasn't transitioning. We both identified as lesbians at the time. But I always considered Katie more guyish. I always called Katie a little boy lesbian.
It's always just kind of been a battle back and forth throughout my life. It was one of those things where like, I just felt stuck. I could change jobs, I could move, but my sense of myself was still just constantly going back in a revolving circle, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I originally came out on her birthday. I just sent her a message, I really need to tell you something. I'm transgender, like, I really think I need to go to a doctor and see what the next steps would be.
When I got the text message, I didn't know what to do, and it took me a second to respond, but I knew I supported him.
Katie eventually saw a doctor and began his transition.
That was after 2 months.
I started hormone replacement therapy 10 months ago.
And it's weird because we didn't really notice anything until we started putting pictures side by side. Then we could actually like see differences.
That is my junior prom picture behind me.
Whilst Blair has been a constant throughout Katie's transition, his family have not been able to support his decision in the same way.
I'm from a very conservative family, and it took a while for them to come around. They still use she pronouns. My mother, it's kind of back and forth. I think it's my birthday. She is 5 hours away, so I don't see her every day. She's not here for all the little changes. She only sees the big changes every few months. I don't think she understands that this is a a daily thing, that it's for the rest of my life.
Despite all of this, Katie and Blair are keen to push forward and plan to start their own family.
We would love to have a child. She wants to carry a child.
Yes, I want to be pregnant so bad. So bad.
But Katie's family are keen for Katie himself to give birth to the child.
My mother is very adamant now that I have a biological child. That's not how I want a baby.
Katie has decided that now is the right time to have an honest conversation with his mum about his transition.
I'm gonna be calling my mother, ask her how my transition's affected her. I'm a little nervous about it, just because I really don't know what I expect her to say. We're almost a year into me being on hormones, and there's not been any big conversation about it. It's connecting now. Hey.
Hello.
You ready now? So like my transition, like how is, I guess like your thoughts, concerns, worries over the last 10 months since I started hormones, like?
Well, you will always be my little girl, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And we've discussed that, and I think you and I are at terms with that. Because you know how firmly I stand on my Christianity.
I just feel like it's gonna get awkward the further along in my transition I get, because there is gonna come a time where I'm not going to look anything like a female at all.
In the eyes of this fallen world, you've got to think about, I'm looking through a mother's eyes.
Yeah.
I just have that strong belief that I would prefer a child from you, because that is an extension biologically of you, just like you're a biological extension of me.
That's the thing, is like whether Blair carries the baby or I carry the baby, like that baby's your grandchild.
I'm looking at two females sitting here. That's an impossibility to have a child. Now, when y'all can show me how you can do that, then we'll have another sit down and discussion. It's not a one-sided thing. We each have our own beliefs. We each have our own foundation. Katie is my daughter. She will remain my daughter. I will always love her.
I just appreciate you, being honest and giving your side of it and answering the questions.
I appreciate you asking me. I love you more than anything in the world.
No, I love you too.
Won't never not love you. All right, I love you. I'll talk to you after a while.
I love you. I would consider that a step forward, because as far as like the pronouns and things like that, it's something that's been brought up again.
It went a little bit better than I expected.
I definitely expected her to get kind of defensive, which she didn't. Yeah, I was actually really impressed.
Despite their difficulties, Katie and Blair are feeling optimistic about their future together.
I never doubted our relationship. I never worried that this would be a problem for us. It was more so how we were going to handle everybody else, I guess.
We've had some bumps and roads. And to think back and then see how far we've come from everything that we went through, it's amazing.
To truly and fully accept someone is to truly love them.
Unconditionally. No matter what.
The highs, the lows, the goods, the bads.
And everything in between.
This is Anna. She fell in love with Texie.
Something that really made me click with Texie is just her personality. She's so bubbly and outgoing.
I just need fun coming to me. I am the world's smallest proportionate stripper feature entertainer.
I found.
Their difference in height didn't get in the way when the pair fell in love.
I am 3'6", and my girlfriend's average size, which is 5'1". So they're like, how can we accept this and how can we be okay with it?
But they've received plenty of negativity due to their unusual contrast in size, which has put a strain on their relationship.
A lot of people think that she's my daughter or I'm babysitting a child.
So when people say that, it doesn't bother me. It makes me upset because I feel like they're hurting you.
Hey, baby. Are you ready to start your day? I'm trying to think of what vibe I want to go with for the day. I definitely want to keep it neutral because we're going to do that photo shoot. I'm so excited. Do you ever think you'd be booking shows across all of the U.S.,
No.
traveling everywhere?
It's crazy. I used to like always put on little dresses and be in the living room and have my friends sit on the couch, and I would sing and dance. I didn't think I would be doing this actually for a career. So my title, Tiny Tuxie, I am the world's smallest proportionate stripper feature entertainer, and this is me. I am not like any other regular person. I'm different in many ways. We actually met through our boss. He's like, well, hey, I got a friend. She does makeup. I'm like, awesome. So when I actually met her, I don't know what it was, a spark. But as soon as I touched her hand, I was like, oh boy, tingly butterflies. My parents first noticed when I want to say I was about the age of 3 to 4 that I wasn't developing like a normal child growth-wise. We went to the doctor and they had discovered I had Kenny-Caffey syndrome. I have very brittle bones. Even if I was to fall or trip, it could cause a fracture. My job requires me to constantly be on my health.
Okay, I know what it is now.
Good. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I would ever be an adult content creator in my life because I thought I was just gonna do dancing, but obviously I love my job and I wouldn't change it. And if you can make money
doing something to have fun
that
with,
you love and doing it with the person you love, why not do it?
It's crazy because we both make content on both sides of the scale. Between TikTok, Instagram,
don't forget that
OnlyFans. And it's crazy, you're one of the top earning girls on OnlyFans. You're one of the top search names on Pornhub. Are you ready to shoot?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, outfits.
Oh,
This is the new country
my
edition.
new edition. Oh, I love this one. This is actually a inspiration. Cardi B wore this exact same outfit. So this is our studio.
Texie shoots a lot of her media in here, whether it be a photo shoot, it can be a TikTok dance, or any other kind of dancing.
Cam!
He's here.
He's here.
Ready to shoot?
Boss Man Cam, number 1. Yay! Photo shoot time!
What's up? Yeah.
You proud American woman.
Right. Good. I've been working with Texie for about 3 years now, going on 4, when she was just a regular dancer. And then after she said, I want to be famous on social media and I want to be big, I said, hell with it, let's go.
All right, do one like for your Instagram.
Howdy y'all, Tiny Texie here. And y'all know the two down below. Hit that link.
Uh-oh, he's getting arrested.
A lot of people don't really agree with how they are. About 4 years ago, they weren't accepting an LGBT, and then now they accept that. It's still not acceptable for a little person to like a taller person and be gay. I don't understand where her category fits. Their relationship, I think, is a long road of hard, aching problems, negativity. I think that them being together is going to be the strongest outcome of it.
There's many ways people tend to react when they see both of us out in public together. We get stares, nods, peculiar looks.
The reaction that people give you all the time is that she's my daughter, or I'm babysitting a child or something like that, and that's definitely not the case at all.
The comment we get a lot. They see me as a kid. They don't listen to me when they should. The tinier and smaller you are, you feel so helpless at times because you have all these people around you who are average size, and you have to try to stand up, stick up for yourself, but in the back of your head, you're like, these people can walk all over you at any given moment. And, you know, what are you gonna do? Nothing. There's nothing you can do.
When people make the comments or the statements, oh, well, that's your daughter, I bet you're a pervert, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, that hurts. It makes me emotional because I feel bad for you. It makes me upset because I feel like they're hurting your feelings. They're hurting you.
Yeah, why am I closing my eyes?
Open, open, open.
Open system.
I found. I'm comfortable with myself and telling everyone that I love Tiny Texie, and I don't feel like anyone should judge us for our love because
We're not hurting anybody.
And no matter how different you are, you still deserve love and to feel happiness.